Ladies and gents, so oversold on the 1 hour. How's that 15-minute looking? 15 minutes getting to the top. We know that's when we kind of cool off. So, right? So I put an alert down here, and I don't touch BTC. Hopefully we could get a put. And I've seen it just do crazy things, but for the most part, it's going to mill out. Come back down to the bottom of the pattern one more time at about 47,100. We could even see a wick to 48. They love to, at these points, remember, when they're about to go, they get it real crazy. So don't be surprised if they wick us down into this area here and get everyone scared to 46,300. Make everyone think it's all bearish and going to the downside. And then you'll hear me say, I load up on low Stokes. And look, the thing is, you're not always right, but you go with the probability. So look, had you loaded low Stokes right here when they came to the line, you would have nailed this head. Bing, would have hit a nice trade. Had you nailed low Stokes down here, look, first you would have hit this one, would have went up a little bit, you would have been burnt, so maybe you would have gotten stopped out on that one. But then you would have had to see this crazy fluctuation in movement here. And then you would have had to also, at this point, I'm already making a pattern, and I know we're at the top of the pattern, so I got to come down to the bottom. So even though the Stokes are low, I'm at the top of the pattern. So you got to pattern trade with your stochastics, right? Then when they came down, then when I found the divergence on the RSI, see? The difference is I don't long unless there's no divergence here. Here was the divergence on the RSI. That's when I pull out my RSI divergence at the bottom of the channel. You get it? That's when I decide to load with the Stokes. And that's why my checklist has to have and then the MACD's turning. Ooh, now I understand. Oh, it's the bottom of the pattern. Oh, what's the pattern? There's two patterns. It's the bigger pattern. And this is a falling wedge that breaks out 68% of the time. 1, 2, 3 touches. Patterns usually get 2, 3 touches. 3 regularly. 1, 2, 3. This one might get 4. You know? So anyway, Bitcoin also in a cup and handle. A lot of people that don't know what a cup and handle is, I guess they want to short a cup and handle. The last time you shorted it, I shorted a cup and handle was never. So people that want to short Bitcoin, it's funny. They got all their little funky ways of doing it. And I'm not saying I'm right. I could be 100% wrong. You never know. Anything is possible. Watch them. They could just make this go all the way down. And that's what I love about my trading style. I tell nobody I know where the price is going. I never say this is going to happen. Watch out. We're going to be sure. I love when someone gets in my group and tells a beginner of mine that's following to watch out and get ready for a short. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. He could be right. He could be wrong. Who knows? But they speak with such conviction, these young traders. And I remember when I used to do that. I go, oh, it has to, because they just want to hear their own thoughts, and it has to be right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you right now, that's how you get burned. Bad news. Again, none of this is financial advice. I'm just giving you entertaining stories, making you laugh. I know some of you are snickering. It is what it is. Bitcoin's in a cup and handle with an inverted headed shoulder that break up to the upside. It's bouncing off the neckline. I mean, I would like to see it retest the neckline. It kind of did right there. You can see this is the neckline, and it came right there, bounced. Those are sufficient. Now it's hitting off support and resistance. Remember, that golden cross occurred on the 1 hour right there, looking pretty nice. Golden cross is about to occur right here on the 4 hour. Hasn't happened yet, but it's about to happen. When that happens, we gone, baby, we gone. Let me pull this back so you can see what I'm talking about. The red line is coming for the yellow line, and we are oversold on the 4 hour. Anyone who shorts Bitcoin when it's oversold on the 4 hour and the 1 hour is probably not clearly thinking. In my humble opinion, we've made a killing in this channel doing exactly the opposite. Let's go back in the past. Don't listen to me, listen to the chart. And that's why nothing I say here should be taken as advice. You can figure all this out on your own. You go into the charts on your own. You figure this out on your own. I am simply showing you what I've known to be true because I've been there. It's like I've been in the forest for days. I lived in the forest for years. I could tell you every bird in there, what it sounds like. All that. You would live in the forest for even a year or even maybe 6 months. You would know a little bit of the birds, a little bit. You wouldn't know half the amount that I would know. And that's all it is. I'm not smarter than anyone else here. I've been in the charts longer than most people. Because of my live stream, getting 2 hours every single day inside the charts, that has propelled me to figure out the charts in such an insane way. And that has made me kind of figure out a lot of things. So look, let's take a look at the 4 hour. Had we longed the 4 hour when we were low right here, even when it just came down below the dotted line and we weren't sure if it was double bottoming, let's just go over it. Let's go over the last 6 times, 7 times. How's that? So here's one time we would have longed right when it came down. It would have pumped, and then it would have dumped a little bit. Again, pattern trading. There was bearish divergence here. A lot of other reasons why I may not have longed there. So People are like, oh, I would have got trapped. I don't just go on that one indicator, but, you know. Anyway, I still will go blind on that. Fine, we would have been banged out and stopped out because it wouldn't have made it. But then had we longed the lower one here, we would have gotten in here somewhere at the bottom. And that would have given us a bottom call, and boom, we would have been out, right? Let's see if we bought down here. Okay, this one would have pumped up and stopped us out a little bit. So that one was no. That one was no. Again, I probably wouldn't have bought right there. It's not the end of the pattern. There was no divergence. My system would have had to find the divergence, which is swing down and swing down here. And swing down and swing down here, which that is the divergence there. And that's where I would have longed on this one. So I wouldn't have been faked out by that Stoke. But anyway, I'll still give you the benefit of the doubt that I would have. Okay? So here's a check. Here's a check. There's 2 X's. Here we would have longed here, down here in this area. We would have nailed this long. Boom. Here's a check. Here we'd have longed right here in this area. Here's a check. Here we would have longed down here in this area. Here's a check. Here we'd have longed down here in this area. Here's a check. What do you think you want to do? Literally, if you had done it 1, 2, 3, in my system will teach you that you want to do it at the bottom of a pattern, which we are now. So it's not one of these faker ones that's not, you know, but anything is possible. They could Bart Simpson us out. I'm never, now after, especially the past few weeks, after this Litecoin fiasco freaking on CNBC, I believe nothing anymore. Nothing anymore. After mainstream media dabbled in basically, I mean, what seems like, you know, pump and dumping. I don't know. You tell me. So anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. 2 times you were wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This would be the 8th time you were right. What do you think is going to happen? Now, I don't like to enter the 4 hour unless the 1 hour is oversold, right? So let's go back. I mean, these are beautiful entries. So look, when you went into long that 4 hour, remember when I showed you the 4 hour was low? So your long was right there on the 1 hour. 4 hours low. Your long was right there on the 1 hour. 4 hour was low. Your long was right here on the 1 hour. 4 hours low and your long is right here on the 1 hour. It's my exact system that I play over and over again. It's feeding right into my system. My whole checklist is there. Is the price in a bullish pattern? Yes. Is the price near the bottom of the pattern? Yes. Is the price near the last 25% of the pattern? Yes. Okay. Are the moving averages moving towards smaller moving averages? Yes. The 50 crossed the 200. The 80's crossing the 200. The 100's crossing the 200. Yes. Okay. We do see the 200 milling out, but I've seen that before a bigger move. Okay. Is the MACD turning bullish with the pink coming and the blue line curving? Yes. Is the RSI in a falling wedge, close to oversold, or at least below 50? Yeah, and it broke out of a falling wedge. It's kind of retesting. I could put it in this bigger channel. And it's sitting at 42 below 50. Is the stochastics below the dotted line? Yes. That's it. That's my checklist. I'm ready to rock. I'm booming. I'm booming. I'm booming. I'm booming. So, ready to go, baby. Ready to go. You know? I could pull Fibonacci. Then I also see something else. I see confluence of a possible confluence, of a similar pattern. Dual patterns. That gives me an inverted head and shoulder that could break to the upside. 68% chance that breaks to the upside. 68% chance that this cup and handle breaks to the upside. That gives Bitcoin the 52,000 back to 53,000 target, the cup and handle. So all is well for me. I'm very bullish on BTC right now. Very bullish on 4 hour and 1 hour. The 15-minute is high. So I put an alert there. If I want to be super, super precise and excellent precise, maybe it comes down and we'll see what happens. I could wait for that to come down and enter the trade. It might pop out and that might be my perfect retest, but usually that gives you the safest entry. Thank you, Lifer Fam, for the 77 likes and 133 Lifer Fam watching from around the world. Just one click really helps your Lifer Fam. Shout out to Love Learning. Thank you so much for saying that. Appreciate to all my moderators. Thank you for coming on into the live stream. How's it going, bro? Makes sense. How's everybody feeling out there? How's everybody doing? Get wrecked. The Stokes are low. Let's rip it up today, Lifer Fam. Tony Stokes. Morning, Sam and Lifer Fam. I was sensing a dip before the 2022nd. Seems to happen every month. Sol taking a beating. Well, Sol got hacked. Not hacked, but it had it didn't work. The code didn't work. I hope you all know that. Something happened with Sol where the code did not work. It's crazy. I don't own any Sol, which is weird. But I don't own any. Something was I got in at 37 and sold it around 100. So I didn't take the whole rally up. I felt there was better coins to be getting into on the low. in my opinion. I took what I thought was going to go into Sol, and I thought Chi was a far better idea, but that was my opinion. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. That's just my opinion. According to your checklist, Luna looks ready to pop. Amir Rahav, thank you so much, Amir, my dude. Cody, Cup and Handy on the daily, doing good. Bullish moon coming up. What's the call on Adam? Was it because of the bot spamming? Hey, how are you, Crypto Lifer? Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for being part of the Crypto Lifer live stream. Sol was a DOS attack, but it's back up and running just fine. It was not a DOS attack. That is not true. That's not true. It actually had a meltdown in the blockchain. I'm logging BTC. Remember, this is strictly entertainment and not financial advice. Great opinion on EOS. That caused a 400,000 transaction per second. Algo plus Adam. Gains on gains. Shout out to Mark Olson. Join the Patreon, people. Link under the video. Love your candid and honest opinions, man. Shout out to Amit Handal. Inverse head and shoulders on Umbrella. About to break out. Shout out to Klassen